Alrighty, welcome along, guys. I'm taking a quick ride with my buddies here in the morning. It's nice and cool. And I got a header finally installed on my bike, and I went with the Arrow header. I went with the stainless steel. Motor Million had a good price on it. I think it's like $660 or something I paid for it, which I thought was a great deal. I still have the M1000 slip-on from Akrapovic. That's the factory one that comes on the M1000 RR. I like it a lot. Installation was great. It fit perfectly. The reason I went with the Arrow is because using the Bren Tune software and tablet, it works off the factory O2 sensors. So this bike has 4 O2 sensors. 2 of them are understood to be narrow band, and 2 of them are understood to be wide band. Now, what's the difference between narrow band and wide band? Narrow band O2s are really used for closed loop fuel correction. In other words, when you're cruising on the highway, doing 70 miles an hour, for example, the computer will read the wide bands and try to run your machine, your car, to what they call Stage II, which is 14.7 to 1 air-fuel ratio. It's for fuel economy. What's going on? It's for fuel economy and basically emissions, because it makes the engine run pretty lean at 14 to 1. The BMW is a little different because it's also got wideband O2s, and wideband O2s can read a wider range of air-fuel ratios, where the narrow band's really probably good from, let's say, 14 to 16 to 1 air-fuel. So what Bren does, opposed to every other kind of tuner out there, as far as I understand, is they follow the BMW logic, and the bike constantly tunes itself out, reading the wideband O2. So it's like every time you give it gas, it's like getting tuned on a dyno, because it's looking for a targeted air-fuel ratio. And that's really cool, because, you can get every gas station has a little bit of different gasoline in it. 100 reasons, even if it's manufactured at the same plant or whatever. You don't know what contaminants are in the underground tanks or whatever. So you don't know what the truck has in it, and then the hoses from the truck, and so on and so forth. So the bike constantly tunes itself. So cold weather, altitude, you name it, it's tuning constantly. It's like having your own personal tuner, and that's really cool. The reason I went with the Arrow is because if you noticed how the wideband O2s are installed on the factory header, they're exactly, and I measured this, 18 inches away from the port, and that's really ideal. That's where you want the wideband to be. That's the best reading. If you start to look at the other headers, for example, Akrapovic, they actually make you move the wideband further downstream of the port, and it's roughly another foot and a half difference. So when I saw the Arrows replace the wideband O2s in very similar to the factory location, I felt, because the way my bike is tuned and set up, and I'm taking advantage of those widebands, I wanted it in that position that's only 18 inches away from the port. So the next question is that, do I feel a difference in the header? Yeah, it's torquier. I don't feel as much up top, but down low it picked up a lot of power. It just, without a catalytic converter and everything. And it's a little bit louder. It's not too bad. And I didn't want this bike to be loud. Just kind of getting over loud bikes. So anyway, just wanted to give you guys an update on the Arrow header. Installation perfect. Price is great. Fit right onto a factory slip-on or the M1000 or any other slip-on that fits in the factory location. So that's really awesome. So here's my buddy. He's trying to rile me up, but I feel like cruising. First of all, I'm cold as can be. I know my intake temperature says 56, but today is under 50. It's just I didn't get a chance to relocate my intake actual temperature sensor from the Bren 2 Stage 2 kit yet. That's next. But anyway, just wanted to give you a overview of the arrow header, some running expressions, and what the difference was between the stock header on Stage 2 and the arrow header on Stage 2. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Any comments, questions, whatever, hit me up. See you later, guys.